Hi, and welcome to Laura's Book Nook. Here are this week's top 10 picks from my kids. Let's get started. So this book is part of the School of Monster collections. This is by Sally Rippin. This is called Bat Boy Tim Says Boo. This is a beginner reader book, so each page has words that are a different color. So if your beginner reader just is able to read one word on the page, they can read that word, and they usually rhyme. But then as they learn to read, they can read more of the words. So this story is about Bat Boy, and he likes to scare people, and his friends at school don't really like that. It scares them, and they don't like that, and he kind of is intimidating to them. And he tries to figure out why everyone is scared of him. And then he decides to write them all notes and ask to be friends. And after that, they're like, oh, he just wants to be our friend. We can be friends. And so then they play together, and it's a cute story. I love the illustrations. They're fun. Throughout the whole book, it's just cute illustrations. Nothing too elaborate. I like the characters in School of Monsters. I think they're fun for little kids. It's a fun story. There's a little bit of rhyming. Again, I like the illustrations, and my kids love these books. My 5-year-old isn't reading yet, but he enjoys me reading them to him. My 6-year-old is reading and can read these, but he still loves me to read them too. So, highly recommend these books. They're fun books. This next book is The Duckling Gets a Cookie by Willems. This is a Pigeon book, if you're not familiar with Pigeon. Pigeon has several books, everything from Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus to The Pigeon Has Feelings Too, The Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog. He's got one about going to school, taking a bath. Super fun. Basically, it's a toddler in pigeon form. He's funny, he's cute, he gets a little excited. In this book, the Duckling, which is not featured in every book, he asks very nicely for a cookie, and then he gets a cookie, but it has nuts in it, and he doesn't like nuts. But Pigeon loves nuts, and Pigeon really is upset that the Duckling got a cookie, and he says he asks for things all the time, and he doesn't always get it, and he doesn't get his way, basically. And there's always one of these pages. These are all the things that he's upset about. And I ask for hot dogs. I'll ask for French fry robot every now and then. I ask for a walrus. Why? And he keeps going. Doesn't understand why he doesn't get things that he wants. But do I get what I want? And this is my kid's favorite page. There's always something similar to this. No, he's just super angry. Lots of feelings. And then the pigeon, the duckling, offers him the cookie, and he's surprised. And he's kind of stunned. So super cute, fun book. We love Pigeon. He's hysterical. All right, this book is a very well-loved book at our house, and I'm not going to say the author's name because I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. This book is called Press Here. This is the author's name. I believe this author has 3 or 4 other books that are fairly similar to this one, and I know I've read one other one. I haven't read the other 2, and I'm sure they've published more since then, but fun book. There's not really like a character to follow along in this story. It's an action book. Let me show you. So it's just dots, that's all it is. You start with ready, press here and turn the page. So your kid can press the dot, and when they press the dot, they get a second dot, and then they press the dot again, and they get a third dot. And then I believe they do Perfect. Rub the dot on the left gently. And that dot turns red. And then you do the one on the right and it's blue, and then you do 5 taps and there's more and more. So each page has an action to do, and eventually they have that shaken up and they tilt the book. You tilt it this way and the dot the book. Every page has an action for your kid to do, so it's interacting with the book. And my kids always giggle at this one. There is clapping involved, so it gets kind of loud, but it's super, super cute. Love this book. Love this author. Highly recommend. This book is called Going Outside, Listen by Amy Huntington, and this is a Kane Miller book. See if you can see that. This is fairly new. I believe it was published last year. Board book, great for little hands. This is a family that explores the outdoors and follows the toddler and a parent as they walk on a kind of a rainy day, and they discover the sounds in nature. So it starts off with winds whisper, winds whoosh, rain's pitter patters pours through the leaves. Listen, what can you hear? And I love the illustrations that go with it. But even beyond that, if you look at the words, they kind of move with the sounds. Whoosh, pitter, patter, pour. And throughout the book, it's like that. And it has different sounds that different animals will hear. You can hear the mole under the tree, scratch, scratch. And there's puddles and squish and squelch. It's super cute. So, fun book. Love this book. I want this page. And you hear the frog. Again, great for encouraging kids to get outside and listen. This one was given to us by my cousin, I believe, for Christmas. This is another end of the day book. I think it's good for end of the day, kind of get kids ready for bed. This is called Dream Train. This is by Sherri, Duskey, Rinker, and Tom Lightenheld. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. And it's the train is packing up and getting ready to go. It's all the dreams getting on the train, basically. It's cute. I believe it has kind of accounting involved. Maybe not. No, I don't think there is. But it's beautiful illustration. It's a nice rhythmic book, kind of the end of the day. Talking about dreams. Dinosaurs getting on the train, ready to settle down. Beautiful, beautiful book. So, the red caboose is last in line. From the lookout, all looks fine. The freight and crew are tucked away. Next stop is another day. A hiss, a jolt, a shift, a sway. Now the journey's underway. The train's departed, car by car. The headlight fades into the stars, puffing, chugging out of sight. Steam train, dream train, shh, good night. And the very last picture is a little kid's bedroom and the train on the ground. That is the dream train. Super cute. We love this book. Beautiful illustrations, beautifully worded book. This one's an extremely well-loved book. I'm pretty sure it's a hand-me-down. It has a lot of tape on it, but this is a Curious George book. Happy Halloween, Curious George. If you're not familiar with Curious George, you probably don't have little kids. You might, I don't know. So this is Happy Halloween. Each page has different rhymes on it about Halloween. They're all have their own name. Fun little rhymes that have to do with Halloween, or poems, I guess. This one is fun because, I'll read this one. A game of boo. Who could be behind that mask? Who could it be, yo who? he's ready now for Halloween, so he can shout out boo. The first time I read this to my kids, they thought it was hysterical because they all jumped. And it says boo 3 times in that poem. It's a fun, cute book of poems, Halloween poems for your toddler or little kid. Great for Halloween, great for any time really, but fun book. We love this one. It's a sweet little book. This is I Love You Little Bear. It's a peekaboo book, and it's just a very simple toddler book, baby book. I love you, little owl. And then it says, I see you snuggling in the tree, and each page is a different animal, and the snuggling, loving, hugging, cute, and the heart gets smaller until you get to the bear, and then all the animals are on the page. Super cute. Love this book. Great way to end the day, or just when you and your little one need some extra cuddles. Grab this book, cuddle up close, and hug on each other. Sweet book. So this next book is Nighttime Ninja by Barbara DaCosta. And it just kind of, the first time I read this, my son brought it home from school, from the library, and I just like, it's an interesting cover, not sure about it, but I absolutely loved it to the point that we bought it because it was just fantastic. In this story, there's a ninja, and he is on a mission, and there's not a lot of reading. It's just simple words, simple phrases. This one doesn't even have words on it. So he's on this mission. It's night. I guess there's some pages that don't have words. It's a very simple story, but it's so cute. The clock struck midnight. And then you see hand over hand, the ninja climbed and clambered. And again, simple pictures. Get the idea of this cool ninja on his mission. He goes and he gets his weapon. There's no sound. And then the lights turned on, and guess who's there? What are you doing? Thundered his mother. Nothing. And the weapon that's in his hand is a spoon. And then he hands back the ice cream. At least I assume it's ice cream. But there's just such a cute story. And he goes to bed. Mom convinces him to go back to bed. I love the illustrations. I love the story. I love how simple it is. It's a cute, quick read, and your kids will love it. Fun book. So this is another well-loved book. This is Pout-Pout Fish in the Big, Big Dark by Deborah Diesen. It's a scholastic book. This is a character that we love. This is, I believe, his second book, Pout-Pout Fish. The first book, Pout-Pout Fish thinks he's a pouty fish. And a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face. I spread the dreary worries all over the place. That's kind of the refrain that is repeated throughout that first book, the Pout-Pout Fish. In this book, he's back again, and he's cheered up, and so now he wants to help his friends, and one of his friends, Miss Clam, has lost her pearl, and he's gonna go and find it. So as he's searching, he has to go further out. There's Miss Clam. He's gonna go further out, further down in the ocean, and try to help find this clam. And the repetitive part is this. I think there's 2 stanzas that are repetitive. Yeah. So he swam a little deeper where the light grew dimmer as his heart fluttered at Mr. Fish grew grimmer. I'm fast as a sailfish. I'm strong as a shark. I'm smart as a dolphin, but I'm scared of the dark. So that repeats every couple of pages. But throughout the book, he keeps going, and somebody whispers to keep going, and kind of that help along the way. And then it's just really, really dark, and he's really scared, and that voice comes back and basically says, "You're not alone, I'm here helping too." And then they're able to find the pearl, and there's that smooch again from the first book. So cute book, likable character. It's cute. I like the rhythm and the rhymes in this. Love the illustrations. My kids love these books. So this one's been read a lot this week. This last book was also bought by my cousin. This is the Aha book by Jeff Mack. And all it is aha in several different forms. So this is a story about a frog who is chased by a little boy with a dog and a crocodile and a turtle and a flamingo. So he's relaxing. Then the aha. So you're gonna use not so many words. But it is so fun, and it's him trying to relax, aha, and then somebody else coming, ah. I skipped a couple pages, but you get the idea. Beautiful, beautiful book, and there he is, escaping once again to rest. That's all it is. It's such a cute book. My cousin told me that she was sending this to my kids for Christmas one year and said that all it is aha and ah. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But then we read this book and we absolutely love it. So such a fun book, beautifully illustrated, lots and lots of giggles with this book. Thanks for watching.